This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024, understanding the Trump rally incident. Thomas Matthew Crooks and security concerns. Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old man, has been identified as the suspected shooter at a recent Trump rally. He was shot dead by law enforcement at the scene. Early details about Crooks show a young man working an entry-level job, with few clues about his motivations. However, sources revealed that he had explosive devices in his car, raising concerns about the potential scale of the threat. Authorities have praised the rapid response of security personnel and first responders in managing the situation, preventing further escalation. The rally resumed shortly after the incident amid heightened security measures. As this story develops, it underscores ongoing concerns about political violence and the security challenges at public events. The FBI continues its investigation, seeking to piece together the full extent of Crooks' actions and intentions. Public and media attention remains focused on updates from law enforcement as they uncover more details. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Elon Musk endorses Trump after rally incident. Insights from Tesla and SpaceX CEO's political stance. Elon Musk has officially endorsed Donald Trump for president following an incident at a rally where shots were fired. Trump was injured and rushed off stage by Secret Service members. Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, posted on his social media platform, X, that he fully endorses Trump and hopes for his rapid recovery. This endorsement comes after Musk had previously met with Trump and had made clear his opposition to President Joe Biden's return to the White House. Musk has also donated a significant amount to a pro-Trump super PAC called America PAC. The endorsement has sparked controversy, with some critics raising concerns about the potential influence of Musk's vast fortune on the election. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Shannon Doherty. A brave battle against metastatic breast cancer ends at 53. Shannon Doherty, the iconic actress known for her roles in Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed, has passed away at the age of 53. She had been battling breast cancer since her diagnosis in 2015, which later relapsed as stage 4, spreading to her bones and brain. Despite undergoing treatments, the cancer proved to be terminal. Throughout her battle with cancer, Doherty openly shared her journey, particularly on her podcast, Let's Be Clear, discussing the challenges of evolving treatment protocols and the adaptability of cancer cells. She emphasized the need for different approaches as the disease progresses. Despite the grim prognosis, Doherty remained resilient, undergoing surgeries and continuous cancer treatments to manage the spreading cancer in her brain and bones. In her final months, Doherty bravely faced the reality of her terminal illness, expressing her acceptance of living with cancer and the ongoing need for treatment. Her courage and openness about her health struggles have left a lasting impact on many, highlighting the importance of raising awareness about metastatic breast cancer and the challenges it poses for patients and their loved ones. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. AT&T pays hacker $370,000 in Bitcoin to delete stolen customer data. A cybersecurity wake-up call. AT&T reportedly paid $370,000 to a hacker to delete stolen customer data, which included call and text logs. The hacker, believed to be part of the Shiny Hunters group, initially demanded $1 million, but settled for the lesser amount after negotiations. The payment was made in Bitcoin in May, and the hacker provided a video to confirm the data's erasure. This incident highlights the growing challenges companies face in protecting consumer data and responding to cyber threats, underscoring the need for enhanced cybersecurity protocols and stricter regulatory oversight. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Governor Abbott calls for investigation into CenterPoint Energy after Hurricane Beryl blackouts. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has publicly reprimanded CenterPoint Energy and called for a thorough investigation into the utility's handling of widespread blackouts that followed Hurricane Beryl. The governor's criticism stems from the extended power outages experienced by millions of Houston residents, which he termed as completely unacceptable. Abbott emphasized that CenterPoint Energy must provide a detailed plan within a specified timeframe to address these failures and prevent future incidents. The governor's remarks come amid mounting frustration from customers who have expressed anger over the slow recovery and restoration of power. The Public Utility Commission of Texas has also been urged to expedite their review of the utility's response to ensure accountability. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick joined Abbott in the demands, underscoring the importance of reliable energy services, especially during extreme weather events. Officials noted that immediate action is required to protect the public and maintain confidence in the region's utility infrastructure. The directive includes a comprehensive assessment of CenterPoint's preparedness and resource allocation during emergencies. Abbott assured the public that the state would take all necessary measures to hold CenterPoint accountable and improve the resilience of the power grid moving forward. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Oregon anesthesiologist's protocol breach exposes thousands to HIV and hepatitis at Providence and Legacy hospitals. In Oregon, an anesthesiologist's breach of infection control protocols has put over 2,000 patients at risk of exposure to HIV and hepatitis. The anesthesiologist, who worked at Providence Willamette Falls Medical Center and Legacy Mount Hood Medical Center, failed to follow standard infection control procedures, potentially contaminating needles and exposing patients to serious diseases. Both hospitals have launched investigations and are notifying affected patients, urging them to undergo testing for HIV and hepatitis. The Oregon Health Authority has issued a public alert, and the incident has sparked a broader discussion on patient safety and the rigorous enforcement of infection control measures within medical facilities. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Biden and Trump navigate tense political waters after assassination attempt. The Biden campaign is navigating a sensitive period following a shocking attack on Donald Trump. Just days after the assassination attempt on the former president, the political atmosphere is tense. President Biden's immediate response included a brief and respectful phone call to Trump, marking a rare moment of direct communication between the political rivals. The attempt on Trump's life has cast a shadow across the political landscape. Some Democratic allies believe that any momentum to replace Biden within the party has now vanished due to the sympathies and shifts in focus resulting from the attack. Many see this event as a critical juncture for the Biden administration, potentially reshaping strategies and priorities. Biden's campaign, which had been heavily centered on critiquing Trump, now faces an altered narrative, with public attention turning towards Trump's recovery and the implications of the attack. Biden's team is carefully reassessing its approach. The incident has not only upended campaign strategies, but also prompted broader discussions about safety and political discourse in the country. As both political figures navigate this precarious moment, the long-term effects on the upcoming election remain uncertain. Observers are closely watching how both camps will adjust their strategies in the wake of these developments. The delicate balance of addressing the attack while continuing to forward their respective political agendas remains a challenging task for Biden and his allies. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. SpaceX grounded. FAA halts Falcon 9 launches after Starlink mission failure. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has grounded all SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets following a recent launch failure during a Starlink mission. The rocket's upper stage malfunctioned, causing the satellites to be deployed into a lower-than-intended orbit, which will result in them burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. This incident marks the first Falcon 9 failure since 2015 and has prompted the FAA to initiate an investigation into the cause of the failure. The investigation will scrutinize the technical aspects of the launch failure and assess potential risks for future missions. The grounding has put several planned liftoffs from the Space Coast in Brevard County, Florida, on hold, including the Polaris Dawn mission, which was set to launch on July 31st. SpaceX has emphasized its commitment to safety and transparency, highlighting the importance of identifying and addressing issues quickly. The company has a strong track record with the Falcon 9, having completed 364 successful launches to date. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Tragic weekend in Birmingham. Nightclub and residential shootings leave 7 dead. Tragedy struck Birmingham, Alabama, as 2 separate shootings left 7 people dead, including a young child. The first shooting occurred at a Birmingham nightclub, resulting in 4 fatalities and 9 injuries. Authorities are working to determine if there were any links between this event and the subsequent targeted attack at a residence. In the residential incident, 3 individuals, including a mother and her young child set to start kindergarten, were fatally shot. Law enforcement officials continue their investigation into both heinous crimes, describing them as senseless acts of violence. The mayor of Birmingham has called for swift justice for the victims and their families. Community members are urged to remain vigilant and cooperate with police efforts. The city mourns the loss of lives and the impact these tragedies have on the safety and well-being of residents. Authorities have promised increased patrols and a thorough investigation to bring those responsible to justice. These back-to-back incidents have left Birmingham residents grasping for answers and calling for an end to the violence. The Birmingham Police Department is appealing to the public for any information that may assist in the ongoing investigations. This series of events underlines a dire need for effective measures to combat gun violence in the community. As the city grieves, efforts are being made to support the affected families and prevent further occurrences. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. History on grass. Carlos Alcaraz triumphs over Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon. Carlos Alcaraz has made history by winning Wimbledon, defeating Novak Djokovic in the men's final. This victory marks his 4th Grand Slam title at just 21 years old. The young Spanish tennis player has solidified his position as a rising star in the tennis world. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Russia's rising repression. FSB's crackdown on treason and espionage amid Ukraine conflict. Treason and espionage cases have surged in Russia since the start of the war in Ukraine. These cases, once rare in Russia, have become more frequent, targeting individuals from various backgrounds, including scientists, journalists, and ordinary citizens. The investigations are primarily conducted by the Federal Security Service, FSB, often resulting in closed-door trials and lengthy prison sentences. The crackdown on alleged traitors reflects a broader narrative of political insecurity and the FSB's fervent belief in safeguarding the regime during times of upheaval. This wave of prosecutions serves as a stark warning against any perceived disloyalty or association with foreign entities, reshaping the boundaries of acceptable behavior for individuals in various spheres of Russian society. The cases against these individuals often hinge on seemingly innocuous activities like delivering lectures abroad or engaging in international collaborations, activities integral to reputable scientific endeavors. Despite lacking substantial evidence, many of these individuals have faced imprisonment, signaling a chilling effect on scientific cooperation and knowledge exchange across borders. Notable cases include the arrest and subsequent death of physicist Dmitry Kolker, who was charged with treason for giving lectures in China, Ivan Safronov, a journalist and advisor to the Roscosmos space agency, who was sentenced to 22 years in prison for treason, and Valery Golubkin, a physicist specializing in aerodynamics, who was convicted of treason and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Additionally, American journalist Evan Gershkovich was detained on espionage charges, sparking significant international concern and demands for his release. The surge in treason and espionage cases in Russia underscores the country's increasingly repressive environment, where the line between loyalty and treason is becoming increasingly blurred. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. China's third plenum decisions. Steering economic revival amid real estate crisis and rising debts. China's leaders are set to convene for the highly anticipated third plenum, focusing on revitalizing the nation's flagging economy, This key policy session, held every 5 years, is particularly significant as it seeks to chart the course for the country's economic future. The plenum will address a range of economic issues, including measures to stimulate domestic consumption, reforms to boost private sector confidence, and strategies to tackle the mounting local government debt. Analysts are closely watching to see how Chinese policymakers intend to implement these reforms while maintaining political stability. The backdrop for these discussions includes a significant slowdown in industrial output and retail sales, as well as ongoing concerns about the real estate market's fragility. Observers point out that local government financing vehicles have amassed trillions in hidden debt, which now poses a substantial risk to broader economic stability. International investors are keenly awaiting the outcomes, with potential policy shifts likely to impact global markets significantly. While expectations are mixed, there is cautious optimism that the Chinese leadership will unveil measures that could provide some relief to the struggling economy. In the real estate sector, once a pillar of economic stability and growth, it is now facing a crisis of unprecedented scale. The industry, contributing to nearly a third of the nation's GDP, is witnessing the collapse of its leading giants, such as Evergrande and Country Garden, amidst a broader market downturn. This crisis not only threatens domestic economic stability, but also poses significant risks to global markets. The government has implemented several measures aimed at stimulating the housing market, including lowering down payment thresholds, reducing mortgage interest rates, and relaxing criteria for first-time buyers. Despite these interventions, the long-term outlook remains bleak, and the future of China's real estate market remains uncertain. The third plenum is expected to confirm a path laid out by Chinese leader Xi Jinping, though some hope for fine-tuning to address concerns that increasing government control over business and society is discouraging the entrepreneurial spirit. The outcome of the meeting will send a message to local government officials and others about the future direction of policy, which will be closely watched by investors and policymakers alike. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Remembering Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champion and NFL star, passes at 40. Jacoby Jones, a former NFL wide receiver and Super Bowl champion, has died at the age of 40. Jones played for the Baltimore Ravens from 2012 to 2014 and was a key player in their Super Bowl 47 victory. He was known for his exceptional speed and agility on the field, earning him the nickname The Deuce. Jones also played for the Houston Texans and Denver Broncos during his 9-year NFL career. Jones' most memorable moment came during the Mile High Miracle in a playoff game against the Denver Broncos, where he caught a 70-yard touchdown pass from Joe Flacco with 31 seconds left to force overtime. The Ravens went on to win the game in double overtime, 38-35. After retiring from the NFL, Jones coached college football at Morgan State University and an indoor football team in Houston, Texas. He was remembered by his teammates and coaches for his charisma, enthusiasm, and love for people. Jones' death has been met with an outpouring of tributes and condolences from the football community. The Baltimore Ravens released a statement saying that Jones, in his 3 seasons with the organization, made a lasting impact on and off the field. Jacoby had the unique ability to connect with everyone he encountered. His charisma, joy, and love created a one-of-a-kind presence that could light up any room or brighten any dark day, the Ravens said. Head coach John Harbaugh fondly recalled a memorable moment between Jones and his mother, showcasing the deep bond and love that defined Jones both on and off the field. Jones' family expressed their gratitude for the support they have received during this challenging time, and his legacy as a Super Bowl champion and football icon will undoubtedly endure. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Olympic torch arrives in Paris. Countdown to the 2024 Games ignites with Bastille Day celebrations. The Olympic flame has arrived in Paris, marking a significant milestone in the countdown to the 2024 Olympic Games. On Bastille Day, the torch relay blended seamlessly with the celebrations, bringing the city to life. This event marks 12 days until the Games begin, and the excitement is palpable. The flame, lit in Olympia, Greece, has traveled through Greece and across the Mediterranean, Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans, reaching 6 overseas French territories before arriving in Paris. The torch relay will continue to traverse France, showcasing the country's natural beauty, cultural heritage, and sporting spirit. With the Games just around the corner, the Olympic flame's arrival in Paris is a poignant reminder of the unity and celebration that the Olympic spirit embodies. This is the news for today, Sunday, July 14, 2024. Escalating tensions. Kim Yo-jong threatens balloon propaganda in response to South Korean leaflets. Kim Yo-jong, the sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, has hinted at resuming the practice of sending trash-filled balloons across the border into South Korea. This move appears to be in retaliation for the recent dispatch of anti-North Korean leaflets by South Korean activists. Kim Yo-jong expressed strong disapproval of these leaflets, referring to them as a form of propaganda that tarnishes North Korea's image. She labeled South Korea's actions as hostile and forewarned of potential countermeasures, including the resumption of the balloon launches filled with garbage. This resumption is significant as it marks an escalation in the long-standing propaganda war between the two Koreas. Kim Yo-jong also criticized South Korea's live fire drills, describing them as suicidal hysteria that could destabilize the fragile military equilibrium on the peninsula. North Korea has issued a fresh warning against the United States and its allies, further heightening tension in the region. Concerns have been raised about the safety risks posed to airlines due to the potential interference by these balloons and North Korea's activities. This latest series of actions and statements from Pyongyang underscore the fragile nature of inter-Korean relations and the persistent volatility in the geopolitical landscape of the Korean peninsula.